Does a narcissist want their new source of supply to be just like you? Or are you a distant memory? We're going to be talking about that in this video. Hey, I'm Dr. Melissa. I'm a trauma expert and top doctor. And in this video and on this channel, I help you identify the hidden narcissists in your life, identify the impact that they've been having on your life, and then turn that trauma and that drama into gold, becoming stronger and more powerful than you ever were before. If that sounds like exactly what you need, I am so glad you are here. Click subscribe, click that notification bell so that you are notified of each and every video. Today we're talking about if a narcissist chooses a new source of supply that is just like you, or if you are now just a distant memory. To answer this question, you've got to understand that to a narcissist, there is no you. You are not experienced as a person with hopes and dreams and fears and desires. You're not experienced as someone who has feelings that can be hurt. You are an object that serves the narcissist's needs. The narcissist needs narcissistic supply and can get it in one of two ways: praise, admiration, respect, validation, attention, or by devaluing others. The narcissist also is motivated to preserve their idealized or false self and their made-up version of reality. Your devaluation prompts your replacement. Once they have devalued you to the point that your praise, your admiration, respect, attention, validation are no longer as valuable as from another person, they will make that other person their new primary source of supply. This happens even faster if they feel like your devalued self is lowering their status and hurting their false narrative. For example, maybe they've gaslit you to the point that you seem crazy. Maybe they've told their flying monkeys how weak and pathetic you are. Maybe they've made you feel so insecure, you're no longer comfortable talking to new people. These characteristics are not attractive to the narcissist or to the outside world. You are no longer someone who makes them look good. Now you decrease their status. Of course, even after the discard, they're still going to look for ways to devalue you and glean further narcissistic supply. While the narcissist is not looking for their new source of supply to be exactly like you, there is a comparison. The comparison is not to you as a person, because they don't see you as one. The comparison is to you as a source of narcissistic supply. You were trained to be a good producer of that supply. You were trained to know just what to say to boost their ego, how to soothe their greatest fears and insecurities, how they specifically like to be validated. When they want positive or negative attention, and then give it accordingly. You were trained how to ignore their lying, how to become confused by their gaslighting, and how to apologize when they're the one that wronged you. You've been taught how to suck up when they're punishing you, and how to devalue yourself by begging them to come back. The narcissist has taken for granted the benefits they receive from your training. They invested a lot of time and effort, love bombing, devaluing, discarding you again and again. And they underestimated the amount of work this required. If they are lucky, their new source of supply has been trained already by someone else. Then training this new person as a source of narcissistic supply only requires a little refinement as to their specific way of being. So what can you do? You can set yourself apart. If you are lucky, or rather empowered, you will undo your training. You will heal yourself. You will never again become someone's source of narcissistic supply. So how do you choose empowerment? By no longer wanting to please others. By no longer overlooking massive red flags. By no longer sacrificing yourself for others. By no longer wanting to fix or to save others. By no longer holding others in potential. By refusing to accept blame for another's actions. By learning to set appropriate boundaries. By feeling worthy of setting them. By healing your feelings of shame and unworthiness. By being present with your emotions and your needs. By prioritizing your well-being. And I'll tell you, if that list sounds impossible or sounds like what you don't believe a good person should do, you want to check in to see if there's an emotionally dependent script running in the background. Because it's not your job to please others. Your role is to be you. And by interacting with you and the truth of who you are, others will feel loved. They will feel valued. But it's not because you are trying to please them. When you make these steps towards empowerment, you will become extremely valuable to both the narcissist and to yourself. Only by then you'll realize that your opinion is the only one that matters. You no longer need external validation. The narcissist's attempts to hoover you are a nuisance, not a boost of self-esteem and self-worth. And at that point, you are truly set free. If this video resonates with you, type "I choose to be free" in the comments. Then click like, click share, send this video to someone who needs this message today. And if you or someone you love know that you're ready to move forward on the journey from narcissist victim to anti-fragile narcissist survivor, I invite you to download my free clarity guide to get you really clear and tuned in to where you are on that 5-step process and what's going to help you move forward next. You can do that at narclesslife.com. I am Dr. Melissa, and I will see you in the next video.